In the meantime, Martin, you will no doubt be, like myself, baffled as to what on earth is going on at one of the giants of the game, Barcelona. Ronald Koeman sacked in the last few days, and now it seems as if they're turning their attention to XAVI. We're going to get more meat in the bones in this one. Koeman now apparently is in line for a €12 million payout. Barcelona are going to stump up for that. Are they going to appoint XAVI? Guys, we're joined, I'm delighted to say, by David Cartledge, who's the editor of ESPN in the UK. David, good morning. How are you?
Good morning, gents. Doing well, thank you.
David, great to have you on board on this, because I know you're right across this. Koeman is gone, €12 million he's going to be paid. Barcelona in disarray. Is XAVI on the way?
That's the plan, yes. There's more talks today. Very advanced at the moment, but everything isn't signed off quite yet. There's also still just the exit clause to agree with his team Al Sadd as well, but they're very, very hopeful. It's close.
Is it also the case, David, though, that Joan Laporta, the president of the club, the present president, is not a fan of XAVI to take over?
Well, this goes back to the presidential election campaigns that they had at Barcelona. Laporta's rival, Victor Font, wanted XAVI. And Laporta mocked the idea. He said that basically XAVI wasn't going to come, it was a pipe dream and such. And I think XAVI wasn't very happy about that, and there's been a bit of a rift there between the two. But all reports out the Catalan media are that that rift's been healed.
What do you think, Martin? Is this the answer? Because, my God, they're a club in crisis. When you look at what's going on, where they are, they've slumped in La Liga. The four captains at the club, Busquets, Sergio Roberto, Jordi Alba and Gerard Piqué, plus Ter Stegen, the goalkeeper, are all former teammates of XAVI. Does this add up and make sense?
Well, it's a fallout of Messi leaving the club in the way that he did. They find themselves now ninth in the table. Only 6 points out of the top four, so XAVI might come in and turn it around. I mean, the last sort of Galactico, you could call them, when Guardiola took the job many years ago, completely turned that club around then. So they're never quite, though, were they, financially as perilous as they are right now. But I think probably that's the right call to bring him in. Yeah. You've still got enough quality players, some incredible young players coming through the system. They're already playing in the national team. So they can turn it around, but with Koeman it's gone completely lost now. What was it, 3 of the last 5, so it's gone very stale, so a change had to be made.
It fell apart, didn't it? Are there parallels to be drawn here, David, with what happened when Laporta brought in Pep all these years ago and relied on him to turn things around, just as he will do if XAVI shows up?
Yeah, indeed. There's talk of results, of course, but I think the most important thing Barca fans want, and Laporta wants as well, is a return to the true style of Barca. There's already talk XAVI wants to return to the 4-3-3. He wants to dominate possession, as he used to like to as a player, of course. So I think that's massive for the Barca fans. They're one of those clubs who are there's so many beliefs about their philosophy.
The fact is, there is no money in the bank. There are no coffers to improve the situation. And this is Barcelona we're talking about. I mean, that's what I can't get my head around, David.
Yeah, it's quite staggering. A lot of mismanagement, I think, behind the scenes. A lot of money paid for average players, I think. Lots of big contracts as well for average players as well. Some squad members just on large sums of money that should be only reserved for top players. They've lost that way. And thankfully, as Martin pointed out, they've got some excellent young players. They're going to want XAVI to make sure that they are central to the first team. And that's what we'll see from Barcelona over the next couple of years. More young players and less big deals, I think.
It seems almost nailed on, Simon, that in a crisis like this, and it is a crisis at Barcelona, they've got to bring back one of their favourite sons to attempt to turn it around.
It may be. I mean, obviously Barcelona have had this challenge around the financing that they've got. They've now refinanced the football club. They've got the double whammy of La Liga saying to the clubs, we mean it about salary constraints now. And so that Barcelona and Real Madrid, specifically Barcelona, have been hit the hardest, because not only have they been asked to reduce their wages, and the equations that make it are about debt and a whole raft of things. So you've now got Barcelona into a salary situation where their salary levels have dropped from something like 600 million down to 84 million a year in wages. They've not got any money, Jim. They've got money. They can't add to their playing squad of any significance until they deal with some of the financing issues. Now, Laporta's gone in. He's refinanced the 1.5 billion, repositioned it, and ultimately that will free up some ability for Barcelona to be a bit more competitive next season. And I think the real issue was between Koeman and Laporte, there was no great love lost there. Koeman spoke out at times in a fashion that probably isn't in keeping with someone that actually wants to keep their job. So he got finally what he was asking for, which is to get the drop kicked out of the door, because if you keep pushing the envelope against someone that's got the authority, you're going to find out what you're going to get. And I think Barcelona are not going to sit in a holding pattern for 2 years relying on young players. Barcelona have socios that in part fund this football club, have expectations. They're not going to sit in a holding pattern and finish 9th in the league, 8th in the league, 7th in the league.
Yeah.
They will find a way through this, and their salaries will be able to increase. And it's interesting to see what the expectation will be of Xavi, because currently he's managing a team in Qatar. Now, I'm not sure what blueprint that gives you for managing arguably one of the greatest clubs in world football, but some way along the line, it probably falls into the same category as Pep Guardiola. The only difference is Pep Guardiola was in the building and learning from the experiences of being there every single day before he took over, was running their B setup. This guy's coming in with a wonderful win record in a piddly-pop league.
Yeah,
but he understands. He understands how the club breathes, doesn't it? How the way that they want to play, the fans, the expectations. I think when you lose against Real Madrid as well.
It started Wilf McGuinness when he took over Man United, but it didn't help him, did it?
Well, but you look at Xavi. David, correct me if I'm wrong. Xavi comes in with a CV of having won 8 La Liga titles, 4 Champions Leagues. This guy knows exactly what makes this club tick. So if anyone can do it, he can do it. You would think, but Simon makes a great point. He's coming in from Qatar, which isn't exactly, one of the most famous feeding grounds of clubs in the world, is it?
Yeah, absolutely. I think ideally he would have gone the Pep Guardiola route. And of course, you've got to remember Luis Enrique as well. He coached the B team. And that's what you ideally want to do. You want to be in the building for a year or two just before and then come up. But Barca are so desperate right now. And they believe this is the job for them, to go for Xavi. It's seen as destiny that he was always going to come in.
Just for the historians, Wolf McGuinness took over from Sir Matt Busby.
Indeed.
Back in the day, and it was never really going to work.
But he understood the club.
It's not quite the same comparison.
But he understood the club, didn't he?
He understood the club, yes. But, Xavi, it'd be very interesting. I've had a lot of people feeling that he can be an outstanding manager. So let's see.
Based upon what?
He's going to get the opportunity now, isn't he?
But based upon what? Based upon the fact that he was a good player?
Well,
tell that to Teddy Sheringham.
Good player. He's had a good start in management. Okay, maybe at a lesser level. So let's see. They're returning to one of their own.
It's a huge risk.
I don't think they've got too many other alternatives, really, Simon.
When you
look at the financial side of things,
why are they running out of options?
They've got to go safe. David, would you not agree with me? They have to go safe, and safe is one of their own, and one of their own is Xavi.
Yeah, absolutely. Like I said, they're in a time of desperation, a time of crisis. This is seen as their kind of the golden egg sort of thing for them. That's all that matters to them, is that they get Xavi in. They feel he's the best man for the job right now, and they're going for the best man, I think. I don't know who else they could attract. They haven't got the money to attract a big manager. If they wanted Antonio Conte, I think he goes against everything, the style, and he also would have cost a lot of money as well. So Barca's got to do this, I think.
Wow, David, terrific. We'll keep our eye on it. David Cartledge, the ESPN editor here in the UK. Thank you so much, David. Great contribution from you. It's incredible when Barcelona are in a situation, Martin, that they cannot attract the top cream of managers right now because of the predicament they're in.
It's a lesson, really, to all the top clubs, isn't it? That no matter how big you are, if you don't spend your money wisely and correctly, you can end up in trouble. Even the great Barcelona still getting 86,000 fans at the weekend. And look at the problems they have at the moment.
Exactly.
Or if the league changes rules, then you'll all be in the same position in the Premier League as well.
Jim White and Simon Jordan. Monday to Thursday morning, 10 till 1. On AM, on DAB, via the talkSPORT app and on your smart speaker. talkSPORT.